What up, YouTube? It's me, Chasing Dopamine. I know it's been a while, but I'm back. And if you never want to miss me again, make sure to like and subscribe to these videos. I just want to get into it, so let's do it. I wanted to try something new for the videos, and you know your girl loves a challenge. So I went out and I found some horrible floor plans online for us to try and recreate in The Sims. And boy, did I find a floor plan that is downright just offensive. I now present you her.
No, 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 no.
Well, to start this build, first off, we're gonna have to yeet the land grabs, delete their house, and start building on their land, because you know what? Screw them. But I start off by trying to make this octagon as, well, octagonal as one can, and trying to get that, like, little octagon shape there in the middle before I start kind of adding on to all of the walls. As most of you very well know, with diagonal walls come diagonal wall problems, and as you can see, I was having those problems. I wasn't able to make a lot of the, like, perfectly straight corners going into the walls, so as you notice, as it gets closer to, like, the center of the wall, you'll have that little curve there so it actually joins, but so the walls are still mostly in the right spots. But that was just kind of like, again, my way of getting around that, because diagonal walls are broken. They have been broken. I don't think they will ever get fixed. Anyways, I placed this fireplace in the middle just because it says that it's supposed to have like this big like standalone fireplace in the center, and this was like the closest thing that I have in my game. I am a broke bee, meaning I do not have all of the packs, all of the kits, all of any. I barely have anything in my game, guys. So we're just going with what I have on hand to do these things. Um, yeah, that's just the name of the game. Right now, we're trying to get this deck on, which I feel like I made 110 times more complicated than it ever needed to be in its life, especially this part right here. I was trying to get that little, in the back you can see where the deck extends out and it's just kind of like a triangle. I feel like I could have done this so much better than I did, but I just ended up getting frustrated, and this is kind of what we ended up with. So there's that. This roof will definitely change. That is just a placeholder that I use to kind of just have something for a roof, but I do change that by the end. At this point, I'm just, putting windows down, making sure I'm not forgetting any of the important bits, because sometimes when I'm going through builds, I'll forget to put a window here, a window there, curtains here, bits and bobs, or forget which rooms I want it to be which rooms, and then I end up changing it into something that I don't necessarily like later. So I was really trying to just like overall get the layout that they have like in these pictures. I still wanted the rooms to be where the rooms are, like, the kitchen to be where the kitchen is, the bedrooms to be where the bedrooms are, the main bathroom to be where the main bathroom is. It's just overall I was just kind of, getting the feel for how I wanted the items to be placed, because it does leave a lot to the imagination when it's just this giant empty space. In The Sims, we can't really do things like to scale as much as we would like to. So when you're trying to make this giant octagonal house with an octagon in the middle, it has to end up being a lot bigger than the initial plans kind of want the house to be. But this kind of leads to this problem here where, again, I was able to make a living room, but the living room is just way too small compared to the living space that we have. So what I did was I kind of made like two living rooms. And this first one is just like the TV area where everyone's coming out to watch their shows together. And over here, I kind of put all of these bookcases. I thought it looked really cute to have the bookcases with the fireplace, some hot chocolate, a little chess table behind there. So you can get really all of your intellectual stuff kind of done over here. And then, of course, in the plans, it looked like they had a little bar over here. So I kind of just went off of that a bit, and I can honestly admit I did go overboard with this little bar, but what part of this build right now isn't overboard? I am going to be honest. Like, it just keeps escalating from here. So I wanted to make like a tiny kitchenette kind of space, and I don't know why I thought that it needed this when there is a kitchen like not even that far, but you know what? This is a bougie house, and bougie houses have kitchens wherever the dang well they want to have a kitchen, because it is just more difficult to walk 10 feet into this kitchen over here. But yeah, I started making, this is another thing that ends up getting changed by the end of the video, so make sure that you stay tuned. A few different things end up changing, and the kitchen is one of the big things that does change later. I ended up not really liking how it turns out here in a minute, and you'll see. This was supposed to be a family area, so I kind of just like put some skill building items, a lot of the musical instruments. I put the karaoke machine. I wasn't actually trying to add that bubbler. I just wanted to see what it would look like in the space, but I did add the video game pads and the dartboard. But yes, this is the area where we go into the kitchen that I don't like how it turned out. I made the counters way too big. Like this whole thing just kind of I don't end up liking by the end of it. So we do end up fixing it and making it a little more cohesive, a little like smaller, because I think there's just way too much counter space. As somebody who actually very much enjoys cooking, I never thought that I would be saying that, this has way too much counter space, but no, this just has an abhorrent amount of counter space, and it just doesn't look good. So yeah, I do end up changing this. It looks bland, it looks cramped, and it doesn't need to be that. So this is like the formal dining space that I put over here for like when you want to have big family dinners. Got the pictures up because you want something nice to look at while you're eating. And put a few plants outside. Just kind of trying to get things in areas where I want them. This is where I kind of started making the master bedroom bathroom space. And it took a little bit of finagling because I really wanted it to still be like nice, but it's small. So not much we can do there. I also didn't want to over clutter this house. I don't have, again, I do not have a lot of clutter to be cluttering this house with, but I don't want to over clutter it because a lot of the times when you have too many items in a house, even if it's a bigger house in The Sims, it really makes your game start to lag, and I don't necessarily want to cause that for any of you who do download this off of the gallery, because this is on the gallery. If you ever want to download any of my builds, I do have to update my gallery, but most of the builds that you're going to see on this channel will be under Chasing Dopamine 3 on the Sims gallery. I will be putting that in the description down below, so that way anybody who wants to go on the gallery, download these for yourselves and see how they work, or just use them in your build overall. This one is actually already on the gallery and a few people have downloaded it, so I do think the people that have downloaded it, really don't think it's anybody that's been watching this channel, but I always love to thank the people that are supporting, even if they're supporting in ways that they don't even know. Over here we just start working on the teen bedroom, and this is honestly for me where I think I really, really kind of lost my marbles, and I really just went way, way too far. Of course, I had to give her her own bookshelves, her own little study area with her easel. She's gonna be our little art sim. But as you see on the one wall, I really wanted to give her a like mural wall. Like her parents are cool; they let her paint on the walls and stuff, so she just has like her little space where she can make her own mural. And I really love this space right here because what teen, like seriously, what teen do you know wouldn't love, especially a teen girl, wouldn't love to have their own like hangout area for their friends? Yeah, I kind of put her bed over here. I did end up having a mistake that I made in this build where I don't end up decorating her closet, but I think in the grand scheme of things, it is very small. If you download this build, you can always decorate her closet yourself. But this moves us into the main bathroom that I think turns out cute. I don't know if y'all can hear him, but my cat Edgar is trying to say hello right now. Um, But yeah, I just started decorating this and throwing things in here. I put that little shelf on top of the other shelf. I like doing that sometimes, especially when I have higher walls going on, because I want to like extend as much as possible. I ended up putting a lot of plants in here because as a plant girly myself, people are always like, I see people making their Sims build and they're like, oh, I put a plant in the bathroom. Don't know why. I do. As a plant girly, the bathroom is the best place to have your plants. Like, when you're showering or something, like taking your bath, you could just grab a cup, fill it up with water, water your plants. All of the humidity when you take a shower and stuff is also going to go into the air and help if you have plants that like really need that humid environment. So it's good to put those in your bathrooms. And then again, it overall just gives you a nice cozy environment. And this is another room that we're moving into that I went overboard in. This is Granny's room. This is a basically ensuite, like grandparents suite, fit with kitchen. Like she gets her own kitchen. This backstory to this, she actually, yes, has a backstory. She doesn't exist, has a backstory. But yeah, she didn't want to move in with her family. She wanted to stay independent, but after her husband died, she really didn't have anybody to be at home and help take care of her, especially in her older age. So her family really wanted to move her in, but let her still have like her independence. So she just gets her own little space. She gets her own little closet. It's all so cute. And at this point, we're getting in the home stretch, guys. Like, there's still a little bit more of this left, or not a little bit more. There's still half this video left of me decorating this, but most of it gets to be the outside. Yeah, I start getting this inside area figured out for the entranceway, and this took me a second. I did add these beads because I just thought they matched the overall vibe and they were really cute. But yeah, it took me a minute to figure out kind of what pictures and stuff I wanted to have everywhere to give an aesthetic. Not even an aesthetic, but just kind of to match the house overall. It took me a minute to really get it to be the way that I liked it, but I did end up liking it in the end. And you know what you guys could like in the end? This video. Maybe even throw a subscribe out there? Come on. Come on. You know you want to. Even if just to hear my cat running and freaking out in the background. He deserves a like. He is giving you so much entertainment right now, you don't even know. Meow. Yes, I hear him. He's back there, screaming his ever-loving head off. He wants all of you to hear him. But yeah, this is like the area where I really start like redoing the kitchen because oh my god, that kitchen was awkward. We shortened the counters and made sure that it's like cohesive because there was no reason for the counters to be that big. I did end up putting some cabinets up here, and these did take me a minute to like organize the way that I wanted them to look good in this area. As you can see, I was starting to get very tired with this build. And it wasn't even that I was hating the build, it was just taking me so long to get things like figured out and moved around. But yeah, I really kind of liked this like little table at the end of the counter look. It kind of brought it together for me there. But yeah, going through and decorating, of course, adding my little plants. I wanted to add, if you go into the decorations and stuff, they have all of these little like pigs and chickens and stuff that you can use as decoration in the kitchen, and I absolutely love them, and I don't get enough chances to use them in builds, so I decided screw it, I am using them in here. Yeah, and then I just ended up adding this like little hanging pot thing, or like with the pots that come down. Wow, guys, I can't even. I'm over here trying to make a video and can't even talk. Anyways, I ended up putting this menu over here because I kind of thought it was a cute idea of like, this is their family weekly menu. This is what we're doing. And here we finally get to start going outside to deal with the deck and everything. This definitely took me a hot minute. Landscaping always does. Landscaping is the most time-consuming part about building. But while it's time-consuming, it's also like very, very necessary for a build, because otherwise it doesn't come together, it doesn't blend. with the rest of the environment necessarily like it should. So I definitely would always recommend making sure that you're doing landscaping, even if it's in a small capacity. This is where I start trying to fix the roof, and this just ends up being me doing everything the absolute most difficult way possible until finally doing it the way that I should have in the first place. I don't know why I thought that using a bunch of like roof bits was gonna work out better in these areas than just doing what I did on the other two sides again. But yeah, we do end up circling back because none of these roof pieces fit, and just doing it the way that I should have, that was proving to work. And no, I also do not think that this roof looks the best, but I think it looks better than the hamburger bun roof that it had before. At this point, I really started messing with the terrain and having to remember that Grandma needed a path back, but I did want to put water at least underneath this because it's supposed to be a lake water house type, deal. Uh, Even though I wanted to put it, still in the desert and everything, I was trying to figure out cute little areas to make like little gardens and stuff. So I made this pathway with sizing down these debug like garden areas, if that makes sense. I don't even know what these are actually called, but they're just like debug strips of grass that they put around the world, so that way you can, like, especially in the desert like we're in right now, that you can, put plants and stuff down and it looks a little more natural. So I put those. This is just kind of like the theme of this video, is me spending way too much time experimenting with things that I didn't need to be experimenting with. And it just turning into, yeah, I'm just gonna delete that because it's just not working out that well. Like, this doesn't end up staying at all. I didn't end up liking it. It didn't end up working. I just kind of yeeted it. But yeah, that just turns into me trying to also make a path for Granny that also didn't, like, a lot of things that I was trying to do were not working out. So I just ended up starting to get the landscaping in for getting plants, bushes, a little bit of flowering down, just so it looks a little more green, especially around the water where we're able to have plants because, water. Plants need water. But yeah, I just kind of put some of these little flowery things, these little bushes. I thought they looked cute. And kind of gave it like the green that it needs without being too much. But made sure Grandma could get up her stairs at the very least. She's independent, she's still walking back here. She's good. Considering, you can't be handicapped in The Sims and old people just, can walk upstairs and do whatever they need to. They're not exhausted. Ah, what a beautiful day. Look at the beautiful houses.
Ugh, brother, ugh. What's that? What's that, brother?
Oh, my, well, it's not as bad as it could be. It actually kind of looks okay walking up. Now, if y'all didn't know how they got their money, their great-grandfather is Johnny Depp's grandpa. So, yeah. That's why they have a picture on the wall that looks like him. Or that looks like so much like Johnny Depp. This is the little kitchen. Turned out so cute in the end. But yeah, they also have these pictures over here, and you might think that this is also Johnny Depp's grandfather, Jonathan Depp, but no, this is his great-grandfather's twin brother, Captain Jack Sparrow. He really existed, guys. Like, he was actually, like, inspired by a real man that, like, him and Johnny, he was such a big role in his life. So when Johnny got that role, he was like, nope, I'm naming the character, and this is just gonna be it. But now we're into the double living rooms while I'm rambling on about Johnny Depp. But yeah, we're gonna go into the little bar area that, I don't want to go all the way into the kitchen to make food, so I'm gonna make it here, even though the kitchen is just, it's right there. Right there. This stove is better. And, you know, kind of like how the little fridge can see the big fridge. Big fridge is jealous. Big fridge is much gel. And from here, we're going to backtrack and go back over into the master bedrooms. Well, I say bedrooms. It's a bedroom. Nice, tranquil. We have our space to exercise, our space to play piano, our space to get a little litty. Wait, what? Okay, what is going on in here? Why do y'all have a camera? Like, hookah, camera, bed. What is happening? What is happening in this bedroom? At least the closet doesn't have any skeletons. Damn. I do like how the mirror, like, makes this closet look so much bigger than it is. And into their tiny little bathroom. Well, not really tiny, but smaller, cute, functional. And we're gonna make our way back out without, you know, getting caught up in the frickin' whatever the hell's going on in here. And we're gonna go over to the teen bedroom. Walk in, see what that looks like up close and personal. Ooh, ah. Seriously though, I would love to have friends over in something like this, like when I was a teen. If I had friends as a teenager, like that was never a thing. I didn't have friends that wanted to come over. I mean, I had people that claimed to be friends, but like, did they want to come to my house? No, they did not. My house was not great either. But yeah, she has her little study area, her little friend. Like, I would have loved this room. I guarantee I would have had all the friends if I had that room. And we're into the world's, like, weirdest bathroom. I just don't like the way that it's, like, so big in the back and then it narrows out the front. It's just awkward. But, you know, we did what we could. We don't exist. Like, every mirror, like, never shows our reflection in this game, and I find it hilarious. Like, we don't have a reflection because we literally don't exist in the game, but, you know, I just find it funny. Like, the creator's a vampire, you know? Alright, and now, from the bar, we go into the granny suite. I say from the bar like we walked out of the bar. I was just, like, looking at the bar. But yeah, this is her little living room. She doesn't like to have, like, this is all stuff from her old house. Like, she kept all of this as memories. She couldn't let it go. Like, this is the furniture her and her husband bought. They've had it for years, and she's never gonna get rid of it. That's his record player on her little nightstand. That's a table and chairs that they picked out. She even, like, when they were making this house, she had them get her old cabinets from her kitchen because she really wanted her, like, nice stuff that she's accumulated over the years that she had in her house. But that's kind of the backstory with Grandma in her grandma room. And we're gonna make our way out to the patio. I think this kind of turned out cute. A little busy, but it's definitely adorable. Again, another little, like, cute area for kids and teens to hang out, like, with the little movie area. But yeah, this is Grandma's door where she would go out and down. All cute and adorbs-like. But yeah, overall, like, I don't think this build turned out bad, but yeah, this floor plan I don't think I would ever do for a build for, you know, myself. But anyways, if you guys like this video and you want to see more videos like this, please make sure that you're liking and subscribing to never miss a video. There will definitely be more of these, like, horrible floor plan videos, so make sure that you're staying tuned for that. Alright, in the next video, guys, bye!